Hey everybody, it's your old pal Mike. I hope you're happy, healthy, and safe, and welcome back to the channel for this week's video, which is a redo of a previous attempt at a demo of the same pedal, which I did at Guitar House 2022. And I'm sad to say that I never released that video because I used an amp that I hated. I really hated. And when I got home, I was horrified to learn that everything sounded very bad to me. So we're taking another swing at this. It took me a while to build up the courage, but I'm back on the saddle, baby, and I'm ready to go. And I'm here to tell you all about probably one of my favorite pedal releases of the year, which is the glorious, the fantastic, the inimitable Rude Tech Falcondrive. This is the signature distortion pedal for my friend Ian of the Aquabats. Ian is a fantastic guy, a kind human being, someone who is giving and loving and encouraging and full of goodness and light. And the Falcondrive actually fits his personality beautifully. It is a wonderful pedal made by Rude Tech. Shout out to Rude Tech, you rule. Now the pedal is actually two circuits in one. On one side you've got an SD1 style overdrive, and on the other side you've got a DS1 style distortion. And those are two circuits that I have not traditionally enjoyed. I struggle to get sounds that I find usable out of them. They're a little bit thin, a little bit nasal, a little bit bright. But the two circuits contained within the Falcondrive's very visually loud and colorful enclosure are actually based on Ian's personal modified SD1 and DS1. So without further ado, let's get into what this pedal can do. Now, if you've ever used a pedal before, the three main controls, volume, tone, and gain, should be incredibly familiar to you. They're the same controls that you would find on the stock pedals themselves. However, the fourth control is a blend between the SD1 on the left and the DS1 on the right, and you can definitely hear the difference between those two circuits with this knob maxed to either side. Let me switch guitars to something a little bit more traditional. My charcoal frost Jaguar with Curtis Novak 12 pickups is rad, but let's try the Sparkle Jag. All right, let's get into what the Falcondrive can do, but let's listen to my clean tone first, just so you've got that basis of comparison. And with the pedal engaged, now I've got the blend control set at about 1130, which is giving me a good warm overdrive with a little bit of the top end bite of the distortion. Let's hear each circuit individually, and we'll achieve that by setting the blend knob at either of its extremes. Here is the overdrive side. You can hear that characteristic warmth from the SD1, but it's smoother, I don't know. And now let's hear the DS1. Now it should be obvious which side is which. That overdrive side is a little warmer, a little bit more mid-rangey, while the distortion side is scooped. It's got a lot more high end, and it's got a characteristic bite that you can't mistake for the overdrive. However, the real power of this pedal is blending between the two of them, and I usually ride with mine set at about 1130 on the blend. So let's change that back to my preferred setting, which sounds like this. Being able to blend between those two sounds is vital to what the Falcondrive can do, but the other controls are quite powerful as well. Let's roll back the gain a little bit and warm it up by rolling back the tone knob as well and see what that does. This thing is great. Let's roll back the gain even more. Just hear how much it cleans up, even blended between those two circuits. Another great feature of the Falcon Drive is that the more you lay back, the more it also cleans up. So you can go. Well, all right, I hope that gives you a better idea of what the Falcon Drive is capable of. It is a fantastic and beautifully designed pedal, both sonically and visually, and allows you to blend between two distinct circuits to really find your own unique sound out of the thing. I cannot believe how powerful that blend control is. And to be sure, while I do keep it at right around 1130 generally, in recording, I have been experimenting with each of these circuits on their own, and I'm super impressed with it. Like, well done, Rude Tech. And also to Ian, who is a great guitarist for the Aquabats and formerly of Further Seems Forever, so if you're a fan of that band, well then you've definitely run into him before, but he's also just a passionate guy, a super great guy, plays offset guitars, and managed to come up with a pedal that works beautifully with these guitars. So again, I could not be happier about the sounds, about the look, about the just the overall thing that this pedal does. Well, that about wraps it up. Thank you so much for spending your precious time with me today. I really appreciate it. And a special thanks to my supporters on Patreon, who are the only people on the planet allowed to see the horrible first version of the demo I did of this pedal. So, you know, keep it under wraps, keep it a secret. But if you are interested in seeing more of my mistakes, I will leave links to my Patreon in the description down below. I can't say enough nice things about the community we've built, especially on Discord. Let me play you out on a different guitar, one that I've not featured on the channel yet. This is brand new to me. I just bought it. It's by Suf. It's the Old Hand 10, and I'm in love with the thing. And it's purple, which is perfect. I fell in love with this thing immediately. I'm sure you will too. Let me play out on a riff from Divorce Care. I've been using the Falcon Drive whenever I play with Bree, and it's been hitting the sweet spot for me. So in the meantime, I hope you're taking care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you in the next one.